Our reading today comes from Margaret Weiss. This is a recipe for resilience. This recipe has been tweaked over time, so adjust as necessary. Sometimes it yields more servings than anticipated. Sometimes it needs a bit more of this ingredient or that. It comes from generations who have gone before me, and I've added my own flavor along the way. A recipe for resilience. 1 part courage. 2 parts tears of failure and doubt. 1 part deep listening. 1 part each of both silence and laughter. A dash of trust, a pinch of wonder, a heaping scoop of naps and snacks. In a separate bowl, mix together family, friends, and those who challenge you to be your best self, those with whom you disagree. Add slowly to the larger pot. Add a bay leaf for, well, whatever it is bay leaves do. And let simmer for as long as you need, which is often longer than you realize or anticipate. Keep the heat at an even temperature, hot enough to cook throughout, but not so hot it burns the bottom. Can be served at room temperature, warm, or even cold if necessary. Serve alongside your favorite soft blanket, dog, cat, or other soft item. Make often, share with others. Hold on to the leftovers. You'll need them after a long day that challenges your soul. One of my personal resilience practices is cross-stitching. While I find the act of stitching to be affirming and soothing in and of itself, the pieces I work on are often gifts for people I care about. They are also, in their wild variety, beautiful. I tell people when they give me a skeptical look that I cross-stitch that I make beautiful things. And being surrounded by beauty not only reminds us of what magic it is to be alive, but also what we are fighting for. As someone who trained and worked as a hospital chaplain for a time, I learned to be prepared with different modalities to share with people as they worked to cope with whatever they were experiencing. Trauma-informed care and practices have become common since the beginning of the pandemic, but are not yet common enough. Using these practices with everyone we encounter helps cultivate better, caring relationships among each other and our communities. Trauma-informed care practices have the goals of creating safety, trustworthiness and transparency, peer support, collaboration and mutuality, empowerment and choice, and creating more equity and awareness in relation to cultural, historical, and gender issues. Another benefit of trauma-informed care practices is that they can help buttress our resilience. Resilience is our ability to respond to demands, whether internal or external. Our resilience is shaped through our mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical capacities. Living in this world is challenging, and our ability to respond will change based on these various internal factors, as well as what is happening around us and in the wider world. There are practices that can be done alone, practices we can do together, and practices that we can do alone or together. And we're going to try a couple handfuls of them. All of them are invitational. If you have physical limitations or know otherwise that something will make you feel unsafe or cause harm, please skip them or adapt as you can. I'm going to kind of plow through these, so if there's something that you really like and want to keep doing, you are welcome to do that. but I am going to go through these more quickly than I would if I weren't trying to give you a sampler. So first, there's the active hope cycle that was developed by Joanna Macy and Chris Johnstone that I talked about more in the February 1st worship service. You think about the dandelion image that was painted, rooted in gratitude, honoring our pain for the world as the stem, seeing with new eyes as the flower opens up, and going forth as the dandelion puffs seeds spread on the wind. Another exercise is the butterfly hug tapping technique. The traditional way to do it is to place your hands up. I invite everyone to participate. Place your hands up with your palms on or near your collarbones and your fingers up near your shoulders, and you just tap back and forth. You can do that for a minute or two. Many people find it helps calm their nervous system. There's 2 alternatives, maybe 3 alternatives to this. If the shoulders are too much, just doing on your outer shoulder, your upper arm can work. Some people find that they actually enjoy when their thumbs are linked together. Helps give an additional layer of grounding feeling. You don't get quite as high, but you can still do that sort of on your collarbone and keep tapping. And if you're someplace and this feels very silly to be doing in public, when I worked in the hospital, we would have traumas come in, and I'd be standing waiting for somebody to come in with their emergency, and this probably would have weirded out a bunch of the staff. But tapping on your elbows, no one would ever notice. Just tapping back and forth. Body scans or check-ins are also good. I often start at the bottom. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want to do. But I start at the bottom and work my way up. So for me, I start with wiggling my toes, moving my ankles, noticing my calves, moving my knees, feeling my thighs, rock back and forth, notice your hips. Just keep moving up all the way to the top of your head, through your belly, through your lungs, your heart. Taking a deep breath. Roll your shoulders. Wiggle your fingers. Extend and contract your elbows. Move your head in a circular motion and notice your neck. Gentle movements throughout are good to do if you can, and just notice what tension is in your body. Maybe you can release some of it, let it go, or loosen it to make yourself a little more comfortable. A separate exercise you can do with the body scan or not is by moving your face around. Scrunch it up real tight and hold it for 5 or 10 seconds or maybe more, and then let your face relax. Some people find it a really helpful tool for just noticing and releasing tension. Some people hold a surprising amount of tension in their faces. I'm surprised I am not one of them. A communal practice that humans have been doing for a long, long time is singing, humming, and whistling and other joyful noises. So our opening hymn today was a metta meditation from the Buddhist tradition that was set to music that might sort of still be going through your minds. The other song that we sang this morning about all are welcome here might be another one that you can do. I know people are bashful about singing on Sunday mornings, but I always invite people to participate as much as they can, because singing in community really does change us in ways that not singing can keep us from having that experience. Visualization practices can also be helpful. One way we might try is connecting with our 3 dimensions: our height, our width, and our depth. Feel what it would be like to have a string move through your body. Pull gently up. Feel your feet firmly on the ground. Feel where other parts of your body are holding your weight right now. Just be aware of it. Now think about your width, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, hand to hand, foot to foot. Notice how it feels to notice your body in a way that you probably don't usually notice it. Now do the same with your depth, front to back, from your head, your chest to your back, your toes and your heels. If you have space and desire, you can also reach out both back and forward with your arms as you move through the dimensions. Another practice is naming what is on your heart. It may be a joy, concern, or sorrow, or something else altogether, maybe even something you don't have a name for. Name it and hold that thing in your mind for just a few seconds, or maybe a minute or so. And then think about what is lifting your heart and name that. What is holding you at this moment and bringing you ease or comfort, or just making the load less challenging to carry? Name it and hold that thing in your mind for a moment. The third visualization is to think about who is journeying with you. You can pair this with one of the previous ones or not, whatever works for you. Think about those who have journeyed with you, who are journeying with you, who may still journey with you. Think too about who has your back, who has been there for you. Who is it you can depend on? Who has carried you? This may include human or more than human kin, and spiritual, familial, cultural, and or activist ancestors. Be reminded that you are not and have never been alone. I am going to give you 3 minutes to turn to a neighbor or two, preferably not your partner, to share something that came up for you, something that came up while you were thinking about your 3 dimensions, about what is on your hearts or lifting our hearts, about who has been journeying with you, or something else that emerged in your awareness so far in the service. 3 minutes. Turn to a neighbor. Mom's okay.
I want to talk to you after this service.
Okay.
Come on afterwards.
Okay. All right. If some of what has been shared so far today has resonated with you or you'd like to do more, a somatic practitioner might be worth consulting. And there are ways that we can practice resilience already within this congregation as well. We have a weekly Tai Chi group, weekly meditation group, weekly science and philosophy discussion group, monthly covenant group, weekly grounds caring, obviously our Sunday morning discussions and worship services, and more. And undoubtedly other things that might come to you to share or organize to bring to this congregation. You are also welcome to attend activities at your sibling congregation, Tri-County UUs in Summerfield. As we prepare to close the service and return to our daily lives, I invite you to reconsider our opening words from Gretchen Haley. Give up the fight for some other moment, some other life than here and now. Give up the longing for some other world, the wishing for other choices to make, other songs to sing, other bodies, other ages, other countries, other stakes. Purge the past, forgive the future, for each come too soon. Surrender only to this life, this day, this hour, not because it does not constantly break your heart, but because it also beckons with beauty, startles with delight, if only we keep waking up. This is the gift we have been given, these body clothes, this heartbreak, this pulse, this breath, this light, these friends, this hope. Here we remember ourselves, all a part of it all, giving thanks together. If you would please rise and lift your voice in song with me for our closing hymn, Gather the Spirit.